Hello, I want to welcome to another interesting edition of Senior Citizen Alcove, a program set aside to celebrate our leaders, our elders in the society, mainly to talk to the younger generation how we can live life even better. And with me today, we'll be talking to a man of God, a husband, a grandfather, a father, an entrepreneur, a business-oriented man. His name is Dr. Ayoade Omisade, and today he will be talking to us about his life experience and how the younger generation can be better if we key into things that are good in the society. I am Avoy Onwogu, and you know I will be your guide on this program. Stay with us after this break.
It's new, fresh and hygienic. It's Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil. Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil is hygienically processed to nourish our bodies. Contains the most needed nutrients for healthy living. Umzi Soya Oil has omega-6, iron, zinc, and vitamins E and K, among others, that help to maintain cholesterol levels, strengthen the immune system, healthy bones, improve skin health, and many more. It does not foam, fume, or congeal. It is a refined cooking oil for consumers, retailers, and wholesalers. To buy Umzi Soya Oil, quickly go to Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil Station along Shetima Barracks Road, beside Otokiti Estate Gate. With Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil, you and your family are more healthy and stronger. For more information, please call 0706 7213 4171 or 0806 058 0048. Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil, satisfying customers at a reduced cost. Buy Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil today and thank me later. Umzi Soya Oil, option for high heat cooking with health benefits.
Welcome back. Just as I've earlier told you that I'll be meeting with Dr. Ayoade Omisade. He's here with us right now. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
Yes, thank you. This is Senior Citizen Alcove, where we discuss about life generally, but listening to the elders, the leaders, those who have lived, of course, seen things in life, both the good, the bad, and the ugly, that could encourage the younger generation. Briefly, before we go into detail, we want you to introduce yourself, your education background, and your home, your parents. Just tell us and let the people out there listen to you. Thank you, sir.
I'm Dr. Ayoade Omisade. I was born 61 years ago. I started my primary school at tender age. I did my secondary school in Ibadan Grammar School. Ibadan. I also, after my secondary school, I did at Ibadan Grammar School my A-level also. That's advanced level then. We call it advanced level. So after that, I did admission to University of Lagos, and I did BSc, that is Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, 84 to 87. Then I went for my youth corps. After the youth corps, I went back to the University of Lagos for my master. So after the master, I started work at PZ, Patent Zokunin Industry Limited. They are into manufacturing of soaps and detergent, thermocool. Then so I worked there for almost 10 years before I moved to Kogi Palmolive. That's an American company, Kogi Palmolive. So I was in Kogi Palmolive till the year 2012. When I resigned, and we started my own company together as an entrepreneur. So I think we started our company 2 years after I went back to the university to do my PhD in entrepreneurship. And since then, I've been glowing to the glory of God. So actually manufacturing is good. It's good. So I've been into manufacturing since then. We are producing processing food, Finca custard powder, Finca cocoa powder, Gold black soap, and Finca glucose D, finger corn flour. So we're into so many products that we're producing. And all the major supermarkets in Nigeria and the open market, so we're presently there.
Wow, that's great. Great. Well done. Anyway, we this encouraging, but I know the journey wasn't too smooth. Smooth from the beginning to this time you own your company. But before then, tell us about your marriage life.
Actually, I think it has to do with the upbringing of one. My marriage is actually okay. I think me and my wife we developed. I mean, we grew up in the same area. So and it happens that friends and family, because in my house, in my father's house, our cousin is there. So she normally come to visit her cousin, and like a child play, they normally call us girlfriend, boyfriend, something like that, because we play together in the area. We grew up to be friends, and because we are friends, so I think the idea of marriage, I'm a shy person really. So I was a shy person. I think when I was young, I was a shy person. But there's this Christmas, she went to a female secondary school, and I went to a mixed school, and there was this Christmas. He sent me a Christmas, what do we call it? A Christmas card. Sent me a Christmas card. When I look at this Christmas card, it's like sending a Christmas card to one's boyfriend. I did not read any meaning to it, but I was so elated when I saw it. So since then, I think my interest towards her started developing. Oh, so this lady has me in mind. Wow. I was a young. This lady had me in mind. So anytime we're at home for holiday, I begin to have interest in her. Even though we were in secondary school, nothing so special. But anytime she come visiting our house to see her cousin, we started, interacting, started sharing our experiences in schools. And to the glory of God, I think we came together in 1990.
Wow.
We came together in 1990, so we came together as a couple in 1990, and today God has been blessing the marriage. It has been very great, successful. If you say there's no marriage without its challenges, I think I will say no. There's always challenges, but every challenge you have in life is an opportunity for you to improve yourself. So it has been smoothly, and to the glory of God, it has been something that one should look back and say, Father, we thank you.
Wow. What a wonderful testimony there. It should be more than 30 years there.
Yes, exactly. Since 1990 to date. 1990 today should be more than 20. It's 30 years now. It's 30 years now. We are in 2024 now. Yes. 1990, that should be around 34 years.
Yes,
34 years. 34 years.
Oh, that is great. Anyway, what is that memorable time period that you will never forget?
I think the memorable period I would say I will never forget is, okay, when we married, my wife she was a civil servant at that particular time. I work in an industry, a blue chip company. I work with PZ. I don't know if you know PZ industry. The memory period I would say is when we moved to our first house. When we moved to our first house, she was the one that encourages me to move. We were almost we were yet to finish the building, but she just woke up one day and said, MD, we are moving. I said, wow, what do you mean that we are moving? We just pay rent for the place we were living. We just pay rent. The rent is, we normally pay 1 year rent, and we not use 2 months. We say we are moving. The landlord will not give us our money back. We were planning to finish our house. And she said, no, we are moving. And I tell you, when we moved, it was as if the beginning of the hands of God in our life. Because you feel at home and you feel better living in your own house. So I think it was the first night that we spent there that I will call a memorable night. The first night that we moved and sleep in our house.
Okay. Before this period, was there any challenges?
Challenges, there's nothing that you would call a challenge if you're a Christian. and you are a prayerful Christian, whatever challenge that you have, you must have prayed it off. So there's always challenge. To the glory of God, I can't say this is a particular challenge that I have, because I'm sure I must have prayed them off. And my partner, my wife, she's a prayer warrior. So I'm sure on her knee, she must have put down so many forces on her knee. So to the glory of God, I don't think there's any more challenge. But the important thing is, if you are a Christian and you abide by the tenets of the Word of God, and you are a prayerful Christian, whatever the current challenge that you have, you will hardly know that you have challenge, because you must have put it down and you must have resolved it on your knee.
Can you tell us about your wife? Who is she?
My wife is my wife. She's very loving, very, very loving. She's very loving, and one thing I can say about her is she doesn't have any other person as first apart from God Almighty. She so loves God. In fact, she will take the side of God before she even remembers she has anybody in the house. You can't stop her from doing the things of God. And I think that has been very prayerful. I think that has been helping her in life. I'm telling you that I also envy it. I envy that. Your closeness to God, she's very close to God. Your closeness to God makes things work for you. She's very close to God. She remembers God first in everything she does. I think that's an aspect I envy in her, because it has been working for her. If you do God's work, and which she does very well, if you do God's work, does do her own. Her own is almost being resolved without even being known. She's a very nice, she loves her children, she takes care of her children. She can spend her last for whoever that comes her way. And that is the only thing I know about her. She's very good, very loving. Very loving, very loving.
Wow. We've heard much about her. Can we know her name?
Oh, Dr. Ayoade Folashade Arike.
That sounds like the SSG.
This is the SSG. This is the SSG.
Wow.
And you can imagine, she has served for 8 years, and she's on her third term now. So she's on her third missionary journey now. Okay, we thank God for that. We thank God for that.
It's really God at work.
I'm telling you, God at work. That's actually the name of our product. That is the name we gave to one of our products. The black soap. I don't know if you have come across it before.
Yes,
our black soap, God black soap. So the God there is GAW, God at work.
Wow.
So God is really working.
That is good.
He's really working. There's no doubt.
Bringing you home to this generation now, we have younger couples. I want, with your experience, to tell us about what you think is missing. Looking at some marriages that doesn't last. You know, some persons will marry today, in the next 3-4 months, you hear they have divorced. And what is really the challenge is, what do you think can be done to maybe stop this?
Younger generation, like I told you when we started, I'm just starting also.
Yeah.
But the younger generation, especially the young ones that get married, one thing that they should put in mind when they are going to get married is they must have that kind of agape kind of love.
Wow.
Agape kind of love. If you have a love that transcends beyond the facial outlook, do you understand what I'm saying? The facial outlook. Whoever that you want to get married to, you must know them very well. That true love must be there. You must not love somebody because of, she's yellow, she's black, or whatever. But the important thing in love is you must know the person you are loving. If possible, know the background, because it's very important. And you must understand that when you are getting married to somebody, there must be somebody that their family, the families involved, they are also loved. Because you have many issues happening of recent, because if a couple got married and possibly the mother-in-law is coming in either of the side, maybe from the wife or from the husband, and if any of the couple do not love the family, it can affect the marriage. So as you are getting married, you must make sure that you are getting married into other family, and the family also must be loved. It's very important. But importantly is the youth of this day must make sure that love, apart from love, God must be the center of their relationship. Any relationship that is outside God will definitely fail. It will crumble. So if the two of them, many of the things, actually, I think the social media of nowadays is also contributing negatively to the youth that we are seeing. Maybe getting married in 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, the marriage got dissolved. The social media is contributing to it. But importantly, how do you be able to overcome that? The only way you can overcome that is make sure that you pray together, you do things together. Pray together before you go to bed. When you wake up in the morning, appreciate the Almighty God for bringing you to life again. Because the only person that can do that miracle of sleeping and waking up the following morning is the Almighty God. And it's the only one that can add a bit of minute into one's life. You understand? So I think if a marriage revolves around God, if it revolves around God, it will definitely work. But if God is outside the marriage, the husband is doing his own, the wife is doing his own, they don't have a joint prayer together, maybe in the morning or in the night, it will crumble. There's no amount of love that is outside God that will work. But if it's within God, it will definitely work. So I will encourage the youth to make sure that they have God in their life. It's very important. Let them have God in their life. Because any marriage with God, you know, me and my wife, when we started, we have a day we normally fast together. Even before we have children, we have a day we normally have together. And up to this day, we still have it. We have a day that we normally fast together and pray and commit the family to God's hand. That has started since the time that we started living together as couple. So the younger ones should cultivate the idea of making sure that God is at the center of their marriage. If God is at the center of your marriage, you will continue to be happy. The marriage will definitely work.
Well, before we continue, we just have to go for a short break. And when we come back, we'll continue with Dr. Ayoade Omisade. Stay with us.
It's new, fresh and hygienic. It's Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil. Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil is hygienically processed to nourish our bodies. Contains the most needed nutrients for healthy living. Umzi Soya Oil has omega-6, iron, zinc, and vitamins E and K, among others, that help to maintain cholesterol levels, strengthen the immune system, healthy bones, improve skin health, and many more. It does not foam, fume, or congeal. It is a refined cooking oil for consumers, retailers, and wholesalers. To buy Umzi Soya Oil, quickly go to Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil Station along Shetima Barracks Road, beside Otokiti Estate Gate. With Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil, you and your family are more healthy and stronger. For more information, please call 0706 7213 4171 or 0806 058 0048. Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil, satisfying customers at a reduced cost. Buy Umzi Soya Vegetable Oil today and thank me later. Umzi Soya Oil, option for high heat cooking with health benefits.
Welcome back. If you don't get anything at all, at least go home with this love first, especially in your marriage. He has emphasized so much about love and God to be in the center of your marriage. If you have God in your marriage, then the marriage will definitely survive. But without God, it will crumble. It's not by cause, but that's just the principle. Because when you have God established in your home, no matter the circumstances, no matter the challenge you face, no matter what people are talking about, make it negatively, you will definitely overcome it. So, youth out there, if you're about to marry or you are married, please stick to God, because that's the only solution. Thank you. Yes, we continue with you. And when you talked, and I was so much excited, because most happenings in the marriage life today is just that God. Actually, because some of them, they met at clubhouse, they met at party, at the end, it's like forcing the marriage to work, and it's not working. Thank God, and I appreciate you for bringing light into that aspect. For us to proceed now, I just want to, when you worked, it's not everyone that retired will start something. What was that motivating factor that even gave you that boldness to go into manufacturing?
Okay, I think right from my youthful age, when I was in primary school, we have that entrepreneurial spirit in my family. I remember my mother, we go to the market at every season. Whatever that comes out in every season, she will buy and give it to us to be selling. You understand? If it's the season for mango, my mother will go to the market, bring much mango, and give us something to be selling around, and we make money. And if it is time for orange, the same thing. You understand? Fruits especially. So that entrepreneurial spirit is regenerated from what we see our parents doing. So I think the most important thing that motivated me, apart from that training from youth, is where I've worked. Like what I'm doing today is like I copied from the blue chips company that I've worked before. And the majority of what we're doing is because of the experience I've gathered over the years, and both in the manufacturing and in the sales. So I think this has actually motivated me, because having your own company, being an entrepreneur, and making success of whatever you do is a lot of motivation. You have this personal self-esteem, self-satisfaction when you see things you are doing with your hand, working well. So I think the most important thing in terms of what motivated me is the experience, like I said, that I've gathered over the years from my parents, because the two of them were traders.
Yeah. Moving away to your core personal life now. Well, how many children do you have?
By the grace of God, my biological children, they are 4. They are 4, and with grandchildren. Grandchildren.
That's good. What would be your general advice to parents out there in the way of nurturing their children?
I think one important thing is, no matter who you are, you should not overpamper your children.
Yes, we are looking at your general advice to youth.
Like I've said earlier, I said any youth or anybody that's looking toward a successful goal should put God at the center of whatever they are doing. And importantly, there must be commitment to back up whatever they have as a purpose in life to do. So if you are committed to whatever you have in plan to do, definitely it may look rough at the beginning, but at the end there will be a smiling face. You will definitely record a smiling face. Commitment is key to whatever that you need to do. You can't say you want to start today and something trivial demotivates you. You must make sure that you work to the end of whatever that you are doing. So commitment is key. It must back your purpose. Whatever that you have in purpose to do in life as youth, you must be committed to it. So it is until you've gone through series of reappraising of whatever that you are doing. You cannot reappraise unless you are committed. So when you are committed to whatever you are doing, definitely results will come out of it. Then you'll be able to know if you are to, restart, or if you are to add to whatever that you are doing. But commitment must be very important.
Wow. All right, your general advice to the parents also, because we know we have parents also have role to play in bringing up their children. Before we talk about the schools the children will go, but parents first. What will be your candid advice?
Parents must make sure that whatever they want to do, they should cut their code according to their size. They don't sell children. The economic environment should dictate what should be done. We don't need to be rearing children. There are lots of things that parents can do, marriage couple, so that they don't begin to have children they can't cater for. So importantly, and when you have the children, you must make sure that discipline matters. Don't over pamper any of your children. Make sure you give them the right discipline at the beginning. If you give them the right discipline at the beginning, then you will have peace at your old age. So discipline is very, very key. Very, very key. It's key.
That's another one to go home with. Discipline is very key. You have to be disciplined. It's not everything you want to push yourself into to do. When your Mr. A is doing it, you want to do it. When Mr. B is acquiring big things, you want to. Meanwhile, you are not up to that here. There are time for everything. So you have to be disciplined to cut your cloth according to your size. All right. Now let's go to the next one. What is your hobby in life?
I think it started from when I was in the university. I have a tribal stand. It's either I'm in a class, or I'm in the hall, or I'm in the church when I was in university. If you say, if I have an hobby, possibly I like watching news, especially international and both local. I'm somebody that don't watch film, I don't watch movie, I don't watch anything, but news. Anytime I'm free, if I'm not watching news, you see that I'm sleeping, I'm resting. So news, apart from maybe service, to go to church, you understand? So if I say which one is my discipline per se. Anytime I leave my office, I go to the house. After eating, watch news and sleep. Yes, except if I have service.
So if you're not in church, if you're not in your business environment,
I'm always in my office. At times, I don't leave office until around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. You understand what I'm saying? I have something to do. It is after all the stuff have gone that I begin to do one or other thing that I need to do.
If you are not already, you have established your hobbies now, I will have asked what is that you do freely without being in church or business, which you have told me that you watch news anyway. So and again, what will be your legacy? What you want people to know you by? What will you want to be known for? And along the line, you just know that you are fulfilled to be known like this. What would that be?
Well, I like to be remembered to be an outstanding entrepreneur. Somebody who is able to impart into the generation around you. Like I said, we're into food processing, we produce cosmetics and co. So I like to be remembered as somebody who has established an outfit that satisfies the yearning needs of the majority of the people, both within the country and outside. And I want to tell you that there is a lot of work to be done if you are, especially in the manufacturing outfit. Like when you ask me, what is my discipline you call it?
Hobby.
My hobby. And I said, see, after all my staff have gone, I normally stay in the office till around 8 or 9. And what am I doing? What will I be doing? After everybody, I have one thing or the other to treat. It is that time I have time to myself. And anytime I get to, I just go eat, watch news and sleep. So I like to be remembered for somebody who has an outstanding outfit in terms of manufacturing that is able to create employment for generations of job seekers in the country. That is what I'm asking God for. And that is actually what I said that I've just started, even with my age. I told you earlier that I've just started. So I want to be remembered for somebody who has an outstanding company that is servicing the need of the majority of the people. That's what I want to do.
Wow. I join you in prayer that so shall it be in Jesus' name.
Amen.
That's good, very encouraging. And you see, please, we know that government definitely cannot create job for everybody.
At all.
But when you put your own and I added mine, before you know it, things are getting better and the youth will be engaged. Just like what he's saying. He said he wants to be known for somebody that has created jobs for thousands of youths. Yes, when you go every year, the graduates are becoming larger and larger. But how do you fix them unless people like Dr. Ayoade like this will create job for them? Please, if you are there, when you have money, invest it well. Establish businesses where people can come in and they do one or two things, and at the end of the month they smile home. That is the only way we can touch lives. I'm not saying you should not dash people money. Teach them how to fish is the best, and when they work, you give them what they are due for. And to wrap it up now, I am going to be giving the opportunity to our dynamic guest of today to just say something, one or two things about Malachi TV.
It's a privilege to be one of the guests on Malachi TV tonight. I want to encourage everybody to begin to watch and gain interesting topics, gain from the topic that is brought forth, and from the experience that you've shared. I'm sure this TV station will go into high places, and God will continue to empower you people, all the crew. I pray that God will continue to multiply you if you go into places by God's grace. So it's a good work. Keep on doing it. It's nice. Malachi TV. Keep watching.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Wow. And that is where we wrap it up on today's very edition of Senior Citizen Alcove. As you know, I am your very own Avoy Unwogu, and I'll continue to be your guide on this very edition and the program. See, when you look at us, we know that you want to know even more than what we are telling you. Just keep watching Malachi Television because the answer is coming to you. And also don't forget to subscribe to Malachi Television. Go to your YouTube, search Malachi TV and subscribe. You know the only criteria for you to subscribe to be a Gmail owner. If you don't have, please open Gmail because of Malachi Television and subscribe to it. Visit our Facebook pages, MIC TV and Malachi MIC TV 2, and also Instagram MIC TV 2021. We have our TikTok Malachite_TV, and our X handle is Malachi TV. And please do us a favor by giving us your thumbs up and also drop your comment if you are enjoying this program. Thank you, and see you next week for another interesting edition. Bye for now.